Yo, what's good, y'all? In this video, we're going to cook up a beat for Uzi's Pinktape, which I made. I'll give you a quick run through how I would approach, the Pinktape, which dropped yesterday, I think, by Uzi, and show you my kind of like secrets, how I produce, and leave a like, comment, some feedback if you want to. You don't have to, obviously, but I would appreciate it a lot. And let's get straight into the video. Okay, so here we are on the project. As you can see, it's actually quite simple. And let's get straight into it. So this is the first sound. I found this ARP in Splice actually, and it was at 150 BPM in F minor. And as you can see, we are at 132 BPM, so I slowed it down and pitched it up quite a bit. So now we are in the key of C sharp minor, and this is what it sounds like. So this is kind of the foundation how I started this beat, since I got quite inspired by this ARP. And then I jumped straight into Vital, actually, which I barely use, but it's a great free alternative to like Serum, since Serum is quite expensive. And this is the pattern for Vital. It's actually just some power chords, as you can see, following the root notes from C sharp to A and F sharp. And this is what the Vital pad sounds like. And as you can hear, there are some effects on it. It's basically the same guitar rig preset that I also have on the ARP, which I showed you before. It's the acoustic multi preset, and I kind of like turned down the mix a bit on the twin delay and the studio reverb. Then I used the looperator to put like an envelope over here and the tape stop effect over there. Obviously a parametric EQ at around 200 Hz. You can access this through like the presets and then select one of these presets, and then you can just like move this band. So I usually do this to cut out the lows for to leave space for 808s and other bass elements, and then some Valhalla reverb with a decay time of 4 seconds. I usually stick to actually the kind of stock preset, I would say, and turn down the mix and put the low cut at around 500 Hz so it don't clash in the low end. And this is kind of what what the synth and the ARP sounds together. So these are basically the more melodic elements. I also copied this Vital preset and put it into a more female choir from Omnisphere to have some different styles and different sounds in the verse. So it's basically just the same pattern with another preset, which sounds like this. So these are, like I said, the more melodic elements, but I would say like the more secret stuff of the beat, which makes it quite bouncy, is probably with like the vocal chops you can hear. So I started out with this pattern, as you can see on the G, the F, and some E parts, and it's actually from Arcade, from the bank Life Without You, in the key of obviously C sharp minor. And as you can hear, I laid down this kind of like pattern. So that's basically for the pattern, but there's a twist to it, obviously, to, like I said, make it more bouncy, as you can see here. And the secret is to just like take this kind of pattern, render it out, and actually put it into Fruity Slicer. So right now I have it at beat mode, and turned up the attack and the decay time a bit to get rid of the clicks and have it a bit more faded out, and then kind of put it into this pattern, and this is what it sounds like now. And I started to do this quite often because it gives like the whole vocal chop thing like completely different bounce, and you can really manipulate the sounds how you want it. And yeah, you can get really creative with it. So that is what basically all the melodic elements, yeah, sound together. Like I said, these are the melodic elements, and yeah, I would say now to the fun part, at least in my opinion. For the drums are quite simple in this beat. I started with a hi-hat pattern, and that's the bounce 808, my bad, the bounce hi-hat from the Wizard and DB Kit distro kit, and this is what the pattern looks like, and what it sounds like, obviously. And it's quite simple. It looks complicated, but it's quite simple. The main part in here are obviously the rolls and some gaps I left for other drum elements like snares and obviously some vocals. And I just put like a tiny bit of Valhalla plate on it just to have it a bit more airy and a bit more dreamy. And yeah, then we have obviously a snare and a counter snare, which are fairly simple. Both are from the distro kit also. And this is what it sounds like. And together with the hi-hat. So yeah, that's basically the more rhythmic elements. And then we have obviously the most fun part and the most interesting part for me, at least. Some 808s, actually in this beat there are 4 808s which I used. The first one is which one is it actually? The first one is actually the bounce 808, also from the distro kit, which sounds like this. And this is basically the pattern I used. And as you can see, the notes are quite long to, like I said, leave some space and a small slide note at the end to give it a bit more of a nice, like, different vibe to it. And this is the 808 I used for the chorus. Then we have a second 808, which is basically just like a slightly boosted and shortened it spins 808 with the same pattern. And the last pattern actually consists of, 2 808s, which is the Cheese Wheeze 808s and the Spaz 808s. And just to give it, like I said, another different feel in the verse, since this verse is quite long. And this is basically what the pattern sounds like. So, yeah, like I said, this is basically it for the drums in this beat. Even for me, it's quite simple, and usually I tend to have more complex drum patterns, but in this case, it worked out quite well. So these are the drums all together. So yeah, like I said, quite bouncy, and together with the rest of the melodic elements, this is basically what the beat sounds like. And as you can see, the arrangement looks quite weird because we have a chorus there and a chorus there and a super long verse, but I did it actually on purpose, since I started to use a technique which I think I learned from Producer Grind, which is to grab some acapellas from like already released songs and check out how they arranged the songs, and to see if like my beat has enough space for the artist and fits the pocket quite well. So in this case, like I said, I tried to make a Lil Uzi type beat, especially for his new job Pinktape, so why not grab an acapella from this tape actually. And I chose the song Died and Came Back, which is obviously in the key of C# minor and at 132 BPM. So yeah, I don't want to get a copyright claim, so I will keep it short. But to just give you a tiny bit of like the taste, how I approach it and how well I think it fits together, here it is with the acapella.
I can't stop going. Whoa, Rackatory is not spaghetti. Racks is not the same as Eddie. Bills in the house, it got me daddy. Fucking it off the work, ain't ready. I'ma do everything you let me. No first class, I'm always on jealous. Pay everything cash, no, I don't do credit. You worry about savings, I'm worried about checking.
And as you can hear, at least in my opinion, it fitted quite well. So yeah, that's it for basically a Lil Uzi type beat in 2023, which I would produce for the Pinktape. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know how you feel about it. Like I said, leave a like, leave a comment, some feedback. I would appreciate it a lot. And yeah, see you in the next video.